So anyone who wants to visit the clinic will first have to drive up. Well, you guys, it all comes down to money, several $1,000s more than this. Here at Delaney, they're still closed. You can see that right behind me. And barricades like this one, they're still up, keeping people. You're absolutely right. I'm bundled up out here because it's freezing out here. But right now, the detours, they're looking, they're telling people that if they see signs like this one that say road closed, you should not go around these barricades. This morning, Creekwood Park looks entirely different than it did yesterday. It's too dark for me to show you right now, so I took a picture instead. You can see that water has completely gone down. However, there's still quite a bit of damage out here, and it's still pretty dark, so I'm going to try to do my best to show you what I can right now. Over here on the side of me, down on the ground, this is like a piece of siding or the roof. I have this towel that was in my car, and you can see some of those snowflakes right on that towel. I can still smell that smoke lingering in the air this morning. There's still crime scene tape up all around this home. Several law enforcement agencies joined efforts to get this man, Daniel Minor, back in custody. And it took for the Madison County SWAT team to throw tear gas into the home he was hiding in for him to surrender. I talked to one woman who lives near that home, and she took me through the whole terrifying ordeal.
They said that they had a situation in hand where they were trying to serve a warrant, and for everybody's protection, they didn't want anybody in there.
Penny Buckaloo was trying to get home from work when law enforcement officers told her they couldn't let her pass.
Blue lights flashing everywhere, so it was kind of, what was going on.
On the other side of the police, Buckaloo's husband was at home. He called and told her to take a back route because something was going on. They soon learned an escaped inmate, Daniel Minor, was hiding out in a home nearby, causing the couple to worry.
You don't know his personality, you don't know what he's going to do.
The U.S. Marshals, the Morgan County Sheriff's Office, and the Madison County SWAT team all worked to get Minor to surrender. Meanwhile, people in the community were left anxiously waiting for the situation to end.
As it got darker too, you wondered, was he loose or in the house, or, it was kind of uneasy there for a while.
After 3 long hours, Minor gave up within seconds after the SWAT team tear gassed the home. Buckaloo told me she was grateful everything ended peacefully.
That they were quick to respond and quick to do their job.
We are still working to learn exactly why Minor was at a work release facility when he was not eligible for a job assignment. As soon as we learn that information, we will make sure we update you. In Madison County, Rodneya Ross, Wave 31 News. Decatur Fire Marshal tells me that this home on Clearview Street is likely a complete loss. And if I take a step behind the camera, I can show you that you can see from this home all the way from the front straight through the back.
I was just shook of I couldn't believe the house was burning up. I mean, I was like, it couldn't happen, I thought, this would never happen.
11-year-old Heaven Garth told me she lived in this home on Clearview Street with her mother, but they were staying at her grandmother's house when the fire started.
My grandma was saying, the house is burning up, the house is burning up.
Heaven, her mother Brooke, and her grandmother made their way to the home, which they found destroyed.
When Engine 5 got on scene, they said that the house was fully engulfed and flames were coming through the roof.
Heaven and her mom returned to the home after fire crews left, and they're shocked by the devastation the fire left behind.
Just makes me feel sad because this was my, this is where I lived, and, it's gone.
But even though they lost all of their belongings, Heaven tells me she's grateful they weren't home.
I was blessed that we wasn't here, because if we was here, my mom wouldn't be able to get out, and the entrance would have been burning down. We couldn't get out, and I'll be the only survivor probably. And
at this time, the Decatur Fire Marshal tells me that they do believe that fire started in a back corner of the home in a utility area, but right now they are still investigating to try to find exactly what caused that fire to start. Reporting in Decatur, Rodneya Ross, Wave 31 News. 1.2 seconds is all it took for the Jettison motor to fire up. That's so fast that if you blink, you'll miss it. Wednesday morning, NASA, along with its contractors, gathered at the Redstone Test Center to fire up the Jettison motor for qualification. The Jettison motor is the only one on the Orion launch abort system that fires on every mission.
And this is one critical element that takes the first part of the vehicle, the launch abort system, and leaves it on the Earth so that the other aspects of the vehicle can go forward into deep space.
The LAS will protect astronauts if a problem arises during launch by pulling the spacecraft away from a failing rocket. Wednesday's test was all about keeping astronauts safe and getting the motor ready for spaceflight.
Orion's getting really close to getting us forward to the moon so we can get onto Mars.
One fascinating aspect of the test is that Wednesday is the last time the Jettison motor will be fired up on Earth.
The next time that it is fired is on Artemis 1 next year, and it's going to be, testing itself in the higher upper parts of the atmosphere and doing its job to remove the launch abort shroud from the crew module.
That unmanned mission is scheduled for late 2020, with the manned mission scheduled for 2022. The White House set a goal of sending the first woman and the next man to the moon by 2024. In Huntsville, Rodneya, Way 31 News.